Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to share with you how being in a healthy relationship changed me for the better, or at least that's what I think. And I have to say that at the beginning she wasn't the correct one for me, and I wasn't the correct one for her. The relationship that we have right now, the healthy relationship that we have right now, is the result of a process of working together to strive to be better for each other and for us in some kind of way. So the first point that I mark, and this is an idea that I always thought, and it was that women tend to make men better, tend to wake up in us the feeling of being better, of becoming better, of becoming the best version that we can get, so we can give them what we want to give them. And this sounds like a simp in today's world, but in some kind of way women makes us better, because we tend to want to give them everything. I'm not telling you to give everything for a woman, I'm just telling you that you have to understand this feeling is meant to protect the ones that you love, they protect the ones that you want to protect, to build the things that you want to build, okay? Or if you are not a builder, an entrepreneur in some kind of way, this could be different. You can always be better in different aspects. You can always be better as a person to protect your family, to your friends, to your partner. And this is something that I saw in myself from being with this woman, and from be willing to trust this relationship. So yes, this will be my first point. Second point will be that I learned to balance the expectations that we have, the dreams that we have before entering a relationship, or when you finish a relationship and you are searching for a new one. We tend to put some kind of expectations, sometimes too big, to the other person. And in this relationship, and I was a little biased because I was on the Red Pill community, and the Red Pill community, the ones that know about this, know that sometimes can be a little toxic towards men, towards women, and towards anyone that tell them don't know. So in some kind of way I learned from my relationship to know to balance these expectations, that dreams or thoughts that everyone has about what a relationship is, and comparing to the reality, because in reality everyone, not only you, but the other person that is in front of you, the person that you are interested in, the person that you are with right now, if you are in a relationship, everyone has their problems, their fears, their demons. They have their own dreams, and you have to know how to balance these, your own and theirs. You have to know how to balance, to show them that you trust them, that you are willing to give them a space to share their problems, their fears, their insecurities. At the same time that you are willing to share with them that kind of expectation that you want to put in them, because sometimes expectations, dreams, or objectives about what you want to go, what you want to do with your partner, what you want to do with your relationship, can be a little heavy, okay? So this is always something that you have to talk, okay, between the two. Another point will be to learning, and it's connected to the thing that I just told you, and it's it's important to know how to communicate. It's important to know how to talk to your partner and to share everything, your goals, your dreams, your insecurities, your problems, everything, okay, about each other, about your relationship, about your life in general, because in the end you are trying to unite the two, okay, the her life or his life, depending on what you are into, or and your own. So that's always a process, pretty much difficult, and in my case even more, because right now it's not the case, because I'm moving to the city. I'm going to the capital where she was living, where she is living. So we are not right now, but we were when we started in a long distance relationship, okay, and we managed to do it correctly, some kind of way. Well, in the end, having my experience with women and different types of women, different types of relationship, help her to be secure about who I am. So this is always it's always a process. There are in a relationship there is always one that is more experienced than the other. So in my case, I did have to manage to show her that I'm trustworthy, okay, in my way, not being a clingy, nor being creepy, nor being dependent to her, but in an honest and a secure language, in a secure attachment style. I will talk about the attachment styles later on of the video, but what I want to say is that it's important to share everything. It's important to talk, but at the same time you have to be willing to listen to your partner, and your partner has to be willing to listen to you, okay? So it's important to talk, but it's even more important to give the space so the other person can communicate in their language, because not everybody communicates in the same language. And what I mean with language is sometimes some people communicate more physically, some people communicate more verbally, and it depends on the type of communication. Sometimes there are people more direct, more indirect. It depends. So you have to learn about your partner on how they want to communicate, and you have to be willing to learn, okay? You have to be willing to understand them, and when you process that information, to talk about it, ask them, and so you can listen even more about why they think, about how they think, and learn about them, okay? Because you won't learn about the other person if you are not willing to listen, okay? You can ask, but if you focus on the next question, you focus on your answer, you won't learn anything about who is in front of you, who is willing to be in your life, okay? So the next point is a point very important for me, and this is something that most people forget in a relationship. Most people, when they enter in a relationship, they tend to get worst, okay, sometimes, okay, and this is because they get too dependent of the relationship, and they tend to forget about their life. They tend to forget about their family, their friends, their hobbies. So it's very important to learn about being a role model to your partner, to be a person that your partner look up, okay, example to your partner, a better person that your partner can follow, so they can improve with you, okay? Because it's very important. You have to, if you are a person that tends to improve, tends to be better, okay, wants to be better every time, you are in self-improvement, for example, it's important that you share this part with your partner, because sometimes your partner will feel that you are not focusing enough on them, that you are leaving them behind, and that's not. You have to share with them, as I told you before. You have to talk with them and show them that you are someone that wants to improve always in every aspect of your life, or maybe in just one aspect of your life. But at the same time, you have to give them the hand, so they can go with you in your life, okay, in your journey. So don't always remember to be a good example to your partner, as you will want to be to your kids. For example, I'm not telling that your partner is a kid, but it's the same dynamic in some kind of way, okay? And your partner, if your partner is a role model for you, even better, okay? Because for example, in my case, will motivate me to be better, to get to that level, okay? It's always important to be competitive with each other, not bringing you down, but lifting you up, okay? The other aspect, and I just made a video exactly about this, is that there's no the one, okay? There's no one special for you, made for you exactly. So you have to work for that person. You have to work to be that person for your partner, and you have to work to change to the better the other person in front of you, okay? I'm not telling you that you have to sacrifice everything about to help the other person. I'm just telling you that if the person that is in front of you has something that you like, has most of their lives handled, and they don't want to bring you down with them, they want to improve and they want to grow with you, maybe you have to be willing to help them grow too, okay? At the same time that they have to be willing to help you to grow, okay? So there's no one. You have to build the one. You have to build this healthy relationship. This is not easy. You are making a future with two different type of people, and this is not easy, okay? This is not a film. This is reality. And in some kind of way, you have to learn about your different styles, okay? You have to learn about your own style, and you have to learn about the other person's style. And what I mean with the styles, I mean with the personality, with the way of communication, as I told you before. And the more important style will be the attachment style, okay? Attachment styles, something that we learn, for example, in psychology, and it's something related with the way our parents teach us how to manage the work, okay? So I will recommend you a book, and it's called Attachment, exactly like that. If I remember, I will put it in the description, okay? If not, just ask me. And I think that is in TikTok is that book, okay? So look at my TikTok, so you can search the book. But in this book, we'll teach you about attachments and in relationships, okay? With your partner or your future partner, okay? In this book, we'll teach you about the different attachment styles. Secure, that is the one that everyone should strive to be. The other one is anxious, okay, and it's related with being dependent to your partner. The other one is avoidant, okay, and it's related with running away from difficult situations or problems in the relationship, okay. And there is a fourth one that is a mix between the anxious and the avoidant. Okay, so I would recommend you to read this book, or because it's free in YouTube, the audiobook, so search it. It's very good. And in this, if you get to manage to get the book physical, you have different questionnaires. I don't know, quiz. Okay, you will test. Okay, and in this test you will know what type of attachment style are you, and what type of attachment style is your partner or your future partner. Okay, so I would recommend you to check that out, so you can try to improve to that kind of person, of that kind of relationship. And I would recommend you to share it with your partner, because in my personal life, for example, I found this book like 4 months ago and changed completely our whole dynamic. Okay, because she managed to know more about her and about us. So it's something that you have to read, to know, and to learn, and to practice with each other. So if you want to be better, okay, so if you want to manage to get in a relationship that you want to be. And in this kind of topic, you have to learn about what love means, okay? And this sounds a little clingy, cringy. I think it's cringy, the correct word. And what I mean with this is that we tend to make love in some kind of Disney romantic thing, and that's not really the reality. The reality is that love tends to be freeing, tends to I'm not telling you that you have to forget about the wrongdoings of your partner that she or he has made, okay? I'm just telling you that love is not dependency of the other partner, okay? They have their own life. They are, as I told you before, they are grown-ups, okay? They soon know what they have to do and what they don't have to do, okay? They have to know what boundaries in the relationship you have set with her or with him, okay? So this is always that you have to manage. Love is not losing yourself in your relationship. It's not losing yourself in your partner. It's not losing your personality. It's not forgetting about everything, okay? It's not forgiving everything. It's being yourself. It's being what you believe in, and with that, confront or talk or compare with the other person and manage to create something that makes the two of you be feeling comfortable, okay? So, for example, if you don't like to party and you feel insecure about your partner going to parties, you just have to tell him or her, okay? And tell her why, speak about that, and if they get mad or they don't want to hear about it and you still feel uncomfortable about this, maybe you have to move on. Maybe you have to let that person go, okay? Because in yourself, in your relationship, you are not feeling secure, okay? And a relationship has to be something that you feel secure about, because you are making a path together. If one of the two wants to go the other way, you cannot continue your path with that person. You cannot continue to fish the other person into your path, okay? You don't have to force anyone to be with you, okay? So always remember this. And the final point, and this is maybe the most important and the hardest sometimes, is that you have to be willing to trust, okay? And we sometimes, and nowadays it's even harder to be willing to trust, but in some kind of way you have to trust, okay? If you're not willing to trust, you're willing to be willing to lower your guard to your partner, that there's no future, okay? Because you will always look for the bats, you will always look for the red flags, okay? And you, as I told you before, and as I told in this 20 minutes of video, is you have to build something. You have to be. It's not easy. You have to all the time think about it. All the time try to build it. All the time. If you do something wrong, talk about it. Don't scream. Don't fight. No. The correct way is to talk. Okay. You are grown-ups. You are adults, and adults don't scream. They talk. Okay. And if she has made something wrong, or he has made something wrong, you have to talk about it. You have to explain yourself on why do you think that's wrong and everything. And I know that this sounds so cringy, so Disney-like, so perfect, so I don't know, but this is not a TV show. The problems are not solved by having sex and drinking a lot of alcohol and hiding things. No, you want to build something really real, okay? You want to be healthy. You want to not. You want to be better with the other person. You want to sleep at night, okay? You have to talk. You have to be willing to trust. You have to be willing to give everything at the same time that the other person has to be willing to give everything, okay? This is not something that someone sacrifice everything and the other is just taking, okay? With this I will finish the video, so good luck and have a nice day.